Some of your clients are just price shopping. We know this, I talk about it, lots of other people talk about it. And there's a temptation out there for you, the creative freelancer, creative entrepreneur, to just post your prices on your website or to have a price list option for your clients. In this video, I'm gonna teach you why that's a bad idea. And we're also gonna talk about how to respond to clients if they ask for your price list. Should I post a price list for my services? I get this question from creatives probably 3 times a year, 4 times a year, where people are thinking, should I post a price list on my website? And there's a big problem with that approach. But I get where it comes from. So most creatives who want to do this are probably thinking that they can vet their clients in advance of them coming. They can see the price, and then if they don't want to spend that much, then they'll go somewhere else. It's like the creative goes in with the mindset that they want to show that they're expensive, so don't waste my time if you've got a small budget. And I get that. I get that you don't want to spend your time on sales calls with low budget clients. The problem with the mindset there is that posting a price list will vet out the lower budget clients, but it's also going to vet out some of the clients that you could have sold into spending more with you if you would have had a conversation with them. So you're vetting out the bad ones, but you're also vetting out ones that will spend that with you if you can build that trusting relationship with them through a conversation. The other challenge is that posting a price list also encourages price shopping. So a client comes to your website and they see your awesome website design. This is a labyrinth brain, and you put your prices on there. You can just get a logo, $29.99. You can get a logo and a style guide, $39.99. Or you can get the logo, style guide, and strategy for $4,999. You post your prices right there. Yeah, you're gonna vet out clients who don't wanna spend that. But it's encouraging people to make a decision about whether they wanna work with you based on price, because as soon as they see your price on your site, they're gonna do a little internet search. I wonder what other people charge for logos. And then they're gonna find a site like Desig right here, and it's $19.99 instead of $29.99 for a logo. Or $29.99, I can get the logo and the style guide for the same price as the logo from the other company. Or the logo, style guide, strategy package, $39.99. Oh, we're cheaper by $1,000 on each thing. I'm more interested now in Desig than I was in Labyrinth Brain. But then they go even deeper and they think, I wonder if there's anybody even cheaper. And they keep going down that rabbit hole until they find the cheapest option. This is like the race to the bottom that you hear about. It's the blue light special for all of those of you old enough to remember Kmart back in the day. Big. Anyway, they're gonna find the cheapest option until they find somebody here doing $2.99 for logos or $49 for logos. But why spend $49 when I can find somebody who will do it for $39? These clients are making a decision about whether they're gonna work with you before they even have a chance to talk with you. And like I said, some of these people can be sold to spend more with you if you have the conversation, if you highlight to them how your services will improve their business, if you shift the conversation to be a return on investment, if you highlight to them your process and the need for strategy or style guide and how it's going to benefit them. But if you never have the conversation, you're never going to be able to do that with those clients. Another big problem with this approach is that every client is different. And when you post a price on your website, it's like you're saying that a logo is a widget and it's one size fits all. Here's the logo. But when we look at our clients, we can look at each of them for their unique custom problems and their unique custom business. And that approach is the key, or one of the keys, to unlocking bigger budgets, because the clients are not the same from one to the next. Each one has its own uniqueness, and your solution should be tailored to the uniqueness of each client. And that message really resonates with clients. I'm going to show you how to do that coming up here in a script. As I was creating this video, I thought, let's create a little wireframe to show you how this should be done more effectively on your website. Instead of posting a price list, let's make service pages more like this. Okay, here's a wireframe that I created that's going to help you position your services a little better than just posting a price list on your site. You can see here on the top, you've got branding, an investment that always yields a return. Some kind of headline that's going to capture the client and help them consider branding or logo design or whatever you're selling from the angle that you want them to consider it from. And in this case, it's an investment that's going to yield a return that's going to benefit their business. So it's not just them buying a widgetized logo, it's them investing into the success of their business. We then put on an cool image of some branding work that you've done in the past. And then you've got on here a little let's work together button up in that top right. So a little call to action up in the top. And then we scroll down and we're gonna try and position our services as a solution to a problem that the client has. We're gonna say 4 ways branding helps your business. We're gonna help talk to the problems that they have in their business and position branding services from us as a solution to those problems. So branding benefit number 1, it'll help you expand your reach to new clients or customers. It will help you convert customers into purchasers, like window shoppers into purchasers. It will help differentiate you from your competitors. There's 4 problems that you can come up with that branding solves for your client's business. We want them to start thinking about it this way, not just, oh, I want to find the cheapest logo service provider. We want them to start looking at this, oh, I see, this is going to help my business. Okay, and then we're going to go down and we say in that next module, we can create a custom brand for your business. This is the first place I use the word custom, but we're going to use that a few times inside of these scripts that were coming up. And I think I have it down in some of these call to actions. So here we're going to position our services. We got logo, design, style, guides, brand strategy. You're going to describe in brief what each of those are. Then we go to, we've helped these amazing companies succeed with branding. We're going to show some case studies that highlight our ability to fulfill the promise that we're making earlier. 4 ways that branding helps your business. We want to show how we've done branding for other clients and helped their business. And then a couple of testimonials below that from real life clients saying something good about our business. And then the most important thing here is a call to action. That call to action is a conversation that we want to have with the client. Let's work together, contact us. And that call to action can be let's work together. It can be let's start your branding project. It can be ready to create a custom brand. You can come up with dozens of ways to say this on the bottom, and it doesn't have to be the same on every single page. But the call to action should be a driver to help get you to your goal, and your goal is I want a conversation with the client. Now, some of you may be thinking, but I don't want the conversation with the client. I don't want to have the conversation with the client. I just want them to choose me, buy, order on my site because that'd be easier than me having to talk with them. And yeah, I guess it could be easier, but it is going to drive your prices down because now you're competing on price with every other person who's posting a price out there. That business type is different too. It's like low-cost logos or low-cost services in a price competitive environment is a high volume, low profit margin game. And that's not the game that's for most creatives. A better game is smaller quantity of projects at bigger budgets, more value to the clients at higher price points, not cranking out 500 logos every year. Exhausting. And then you might be thinking, I don't want to have all those conversations. How am I going to have time for all those conversations? Well, if that's really your problem, that you have so many leads coming in from your website that you don't know how you're going to have all those conversations with the clients, well, you just cracked the code on a big problem, and that's lead generation. So kudos to you if that's your problem. And I'd say if that's your problem, you probably have so much revenue coming in also, or you should, if you got that many leads that it's so detrimental for you to have these qualification calls with your clients. Hire somebody to do that initial conversation, the initial vetting of your clients. And anybody who passes the initial vetting gets trickled on to you, and you have the closing phone call with those clients. But I suspect because you're here watching this video about price lists, that lead volume is not the biggest problem that you have. Okay, let's shift to talk a little bit about what if the client asks you for a price list. What do you do if the client asks you for a price list? Hey, you got a price list you can send over? We'd be interested in seeing what you charge for these kinds of things. Now, there's two different ways that you can handle that request. The first one is to give them a broad range based on past projects that you've done. And here's a little script for that. Projects like this range in price between X and Y. And give them a broad range, like it could be as high as $15,000 or as low as $5,000. Just depends on the client and the project and your needs. So that broad range, start with the high number and then give them the low number. That's called price anchoring. I've taught that in a bunch of different pieces of content, but give them a broad range. That's option number one. Option number two, if they say, hey, do you have a price list you can send over? Is to just come right out and ask for a discovery meeting. And this is the little script that highlights that you do custom solutions for custom clients. Here's the script for that. Thanks for asking. We don't have a price list. Every client's business faces unique challenges. We take the time to understand your custom needs and then provide you with a custom approach or custom solution. Our prices are specifically tailored to the unique challenges of your business. When can we have a discovery meeting to discuss the needs of your business? So some kind of script like that that's going to transition them from just inquiring for dollars to a discovery meeting. Now, a lot of times you're going to use both of these methods. You can give them a broad range, broad price range, and if they react favorably to the price range you give them, ask for the discovery meeting. So both of those can go hand in hand in your approach to responding when a client asks for a price list. And what client doesn't want to hear that they have a custom business? That resonates with almost every business out there. Resonates with me. And most businesses are like that. They want to be unique and they want you to recognize their uniqueness. You're not selling hamburgers or gasoline or any other kind of widgetized product here. You're selling custom solutions for custom clients. You're a restaurant with a custom chef who says, hey, whatever you want. You're not McDonald's with a price list and widgetized hamburgers that they microwave in the back. All right, those are the reasons why you shouldn't post a price list on your website. You shouldn't have a price list that you deliver to your clients. It's okay to have a price list for your own internal knowledge based on the ranges of prices that you've had certain project types being greenlit in the past. But that's an internal thing, not something that you deliver to your clients, because custom solutions for custom clients is the way to go. It's the key to unlocking these bigger budgets, solving bigger problems for your clients, and selling clients with lower budgets into increased budgets because you're gonna provide a better solution for them, a better offering than what they're expecting. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notifications button, all the buttons. Just start clicking all the buttons.